The Charlotte Hornets, the more and more that I look at their roster, are actually better than I thought. Being a North Carolina sports fan and an NC State fan, not a Duke or Carolina fan where I get to watch basketball and enjoy it, every single sport we have is just horrible. But this year we have a chance with LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, the new rookie. We also get Miles Bridges back. Mark Williams is here for year two. PJ Washington is back. He just had a big time game. And like I said, after the first 10 games of the year, Miles Bridges will be back. I feel like this Hornets team could be somewhat special. I mean, that's a good five right there, all 25 years or younger. You also have some decent vets on the squad with Scary Terry, Gordon Hayward, Cody Martin if he ever comes back and decides to play. So this is an exciting team. We're going to talk all about it today. Make sure to like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button as well, sticking around till the end of the video. As you can see here, basically everybody that watches the channel is not subscribed. Let's go ahead and fix that. We're trying to hit 10K. By the time the season starts, we got 8 days to do it. We only need about 70 subscribers. So if we can do that, that'd be great. Now, let's go ahead and get this video started. Don't forget, okay, on January 28th of 2022, the Charlotte Hornets were the number 4 seed in the Eastern Conference with a 28-22 record. Then Gordon Hayward gets hurt, things fall apart. But look at the starters on this team that 50 games into the year was the number 4 seed. You can't tell me that our roster this year is better than that roster right there. I mean, Melo, much better than he was that year. Miles Bridges is back. A guy, if he can replicate that season, would be huge for us. Terry, if he can replicate that season, would be huge for us. Brandon Miller, much higher upside than Gordon Hayward. Even if he's not, Gordon's coming off the bench. And then Mark Williams is much better than Mason Plumlee. You know, what that team was really lacking was rebounding, rim protection. Sorry, Mason Plumlee, you didn't give us that. And then, like I said, Brandon Miller, probably an upgrade over Gordon Hayward. Even if he's not, though, you know, you can still bring Gordon Hayward off the bench. But I think Brandon Miller is ready. Looking at his college stats, looking at his preseason stats, in college at Bama, he averaged 19 a game, 8.2 rebounds, 43% from the field, 38% from three. Really good numbers. Obviously, he was the number 2 overall pick in this year's draft. In the preseason so far, he's averaged 9 points, 6 rebounds, 26 minutes a game. Now, maybe you're thinking, you know, he's not ready yet, but it is the preseason. For an acceptable rookie year for Brandon Miller would be like 13, 14 a game on maybe 43, 44% shooting from the field, like 35% from three. I'd be happy with those numbers. As you can see, 44% from the field in the preseason. 1 for 9 from three is not great. We'll need to try and get that up a little bit. But overall, I'm very happy with what I'm seeing from Brandon Miller. He has really grown on me ever since draft night. Now, could we be seeing a breakout year from PJ Washington? He signed a 3-year, $46 million extension this offseason. Could be a bit of a steal. In this day and age, that is a pretty good contract for a guy in PJ that can give you 16 a game, 4.8 rebounds, 2.9 assists per game, while doing that on 45% shooting from the field, 35% from three, and averaging a steal per game. I'm liking the numbers. Also a block a game. He provides really good rim protection for a 6'7" guy. I'm liking what I'm seeing from PJ there. And then against the Oklahoma City Thunder the other night in our most previous preseason game, 31 points, 13 for 18 from the field, 5 for 8 from three. That was a big night from PJ. So hopefully we get to see some more of that during the season. What we get to see some more of as well is Airbnb. Miles Bridges, LaMelo Ball. Can't wait to see it. Now, Miles does miss the first 10 games of the year. We have discussed that earlier in the video, but he should be good to go, ready to roll whenever those 10 games are up. Remember, he averaged 20 points per game, 7 rebounds, 3.8 assists, was a key member of that Hornets team that on January 28th was 28-22 and in the 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. 50% from the field, 34% from three, 1 steal. Cannot wait to have Miles Bridges back in Charlotte. And then LaMelo Ball, 23.3 points a game and 8.4 assists last year. And that was going in and out of the lineup on, you know, minute changes every single night because he's injured. Shot at 41% from the field, 38% from three on 11 attempts. I think the field goal percentage will go up. He needs to take a little bit more high percentage shots, maybe some more layups, more mid-range. But 6.4 rebounds per game, 1.4 steals. That's pretty solid as well. So I can't wait to watch LaMelo and Miles this year. Now, Kai Jones is gone. Just made a video on Kai Jones, the savior of the Charlotte Hornets, the guy that was supposed to take us to the promised land, or future Defensive Player of the Year, future MVP, the guy that could beat both LeBron and MJ in a one-on-one. He's now gone. He's on the streets. Hopefully things work out for him, but bro went crazy. I'm not sure what happened. He turned into Antonio Brown, though. Then you got our veterans. Okay, this is a part of the team that I'm really counting on to help us out. Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward. You see the numbers there for Terry. 21, 4, 5. He's not washed yet. He's almost on the wrong side of 30. Not quite there. 42% from the field. 33% from 3. 35 minutes a game. Terry, I need 17, 18 points a game on good efficiency. Can you give me that? If you can, that'd be great. Gordon just needs to replicate this stat line. 15 points, 4.3 rebounds, 4.1 assists. But the thing I need from Gordon is he only played 50 games last year. I don't think he's played over 60 games in a year while he's been in Charlotte yet. 48% from the field. Need that three-point percentage to come up too. Gordon, you're known as a three-point shooter in your Utah days. Now, with the veterans, with that young core that we talked about, one more guy. We need one more guy to step up. We need a guard to come off the bench, step up, and play very well. Okay, these are the three options. You got Bryce McGowens, who was decent down the stretch last year, but again, he was a rookie second-round pick. You got Nick Smith Jr., first-round pick this year, showed some potential in the Summer League, and then you got James Bouknight, former lottery pick. Everybody's been pulling for him. He's too good for the G League, but he just can't figure it out in the NBA. One of those guys has to step up, and then, looking through the rest of the roster, these are the other rotation pieces. You got Nick Richards, you got Cody Martin, who, remember, the Hornets thought Cody was better than Caleb, so let's hope they're correct there. Because they cut Caleb, he becomes the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. So hopefully he is. And you also got JT Thor there. Could be getting some minutes at backup power forward. Honestly, he probably will. Now, let's take a look at the lineups for this year. I like this lineup. Like I said, this squad is better than the team that was 28 and 22, fourth in the Eastern Conference. LaMelo's better than he was back then. Terry Rozier about the same. Miles hopefully will be better. Mark Williams better than Mason Plumlee. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Like I said, that's what that team was missing, was a big that could protect the rim and could rebound. Mark is like 7'2" and can dunk without jumping. There you go. That's exactly what you needed from that squad. And then Brandon Miller, the high upside rookie. Maybe we start Gordon and bring Brandon Miller off the bench. I don't think you bring the number 2 overall pick off the bench, though. It's not like we're contenders. Okay, we're trying to scratch and claw and get a playoff spot. Taking a look at the bench, it's a very solid bench. I'm liking it. This is not how the bench rotation will go. We'll talk more on this in a second. But you got wings like Gordon Hayward, like Cody Martin, like PJ Washington. Those are 3 really good wings to bring off the bench. The backup center is pretty much set in stone as Nick Richards. We extended him 3 years, $15 million, and that's looking like a pretty good contract. Nick can really rebound it. He is a vacuum for those rebounds, and he can score a little bit down in the paint. But like I said, I really like our wings off the bench with Gordon Hayward if he can stay healthy. Throw it back a little bit to the Utah days, maybe a little Boston action. PJ as well, really like PJ, what he brings to the table, and then Cody Martin. Hopefully he can bring us a little bit of what Caleb brought to the Heat. And then one of these guys is going to have to be the backup point guard. Probably will be Teo Maledon, who played decent last year. Nothing spectacular, but he was solid. Dennis Smith Jr. kind of took the spot from him. But when Dennis was injured, or when Dennis had to start, Teo Maledon was not terrible. James Bouknight I've about given up on. And then we got Nick Smith Jr., who I think is still probably a year away, but maybe he shocks us. Hopefully he shocks us this year and has a big-time year. But yeah, what do you think about the Charlotte Hornets? Let me know down in the comments below. I think this is a team that can sneak into the playoffs. That's probably a little bit biased. We'll see. But y'all let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for making it this far into the video. Make sure to like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 10K by the time the season starts. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.